felt like you'll be able to go tonight?
That's the game plan.
Is this just a matter you need time with it? You know, just the extra day or extra game to not play, or do you feel like it's more than that?
It's kind of a little bit of both. Obviously, it's the mental part of it. You want to make sure that you don't have any setbacks if you do decide to go out there. And once docs were confirmed that we were good, it's just a little sprain, and it's obviously a pain tolerable thing. And just kind of let it calm down. We had an extra day in between games, so it was just best to just take that extra day to feel better for our upcoming schedule, which is a day break day game. So we got a tough schedule coming up, so we figured give us a break and take our time with it.
You're looking at Ryan. He started for you. I saw you embracing him after the game. What does it mean for you to see him have the kind of success he's had?
I'm just happy for him, man. Happy for him, and also, especially Ryan, because everybody had an opinion on him coming into the draft, and it's just so cool to be able to see kids and guys kind of just shut up that noise and just be a pro. Try to learn your way as he's going. Like, he's just learning as day by day. But you can tell that he's a willing learner and he's a willing worker. And those are two things that you can't teach really at a young age. So the sky's the limit for him. We're happy to have him, and he's a very, very key piece to our team for sure.
What are some of the elbow in the first place?
Amount of falls I had, I don't know. I can't pinpoint just one specific play. I know I kind of hyperextended it in the Lakers game, second game of the year, whatever it was. But ever since then, it just kept hitting the floor. The little crazy block I had on Rui didn't help either. So just a few knickknacks, just hitting the floor, honestly. Yeah.
We've talked about you being mindful of the talent that you have around you in terms of picking your spots. How do you feel like you're getting acclimated, especially now that you're attacking a little bit more often?
Just more comfortable, man. It's just, like I said, coming into the year, just being in a better mindset, buying space, and then just coming in, just having fun with it, man. Just being aggressive. Having a coach who wants you to be aggressive at all times. Your teammates are constantly telling you to do that. And I'm healthy. Like I was playing hurt every game during the last year, so it's good to just be able to feel good and come out and just hoop with the guys.
Do you feel like your explosiveness has resurged from your 20-pound loss out there on your plate?
A little bit. I got to start dunking the ball a little more, but yeah, I would say yeah.
Rod, yesterday, Bud said that Kevin's leadership has been off the charts so far this year. Have you noticed him doing anything different, be more vocal, or has it just been the same old Kevin?
A little bit of both. I think he's definitely a lot more vocal this year, and just holding guys accountable, holding himself accountable, and just just taking on that encouragement piece of it too, because it goes a long way, especially when you're a star of a team. A lot of times you're in your mindset, you're in kill mode, and you want everybody else to follow suit, but that encouragement that he gives and that confidence like he gives Ryan, that goes a long way, and that's the reason why guys step up and play the way they do when you have guys like K backing you.
In the back-to-back games, the Suns team has gotten down early and been able to respond in the second half. Just from what you've been able to see, how were you, or what are the keys maybe to starting out strong and execution of the full 48?
I think just having the mindset of the type of team we're going to be. Like, obviously, we're a physical, fast-paced team. We have to come out with that type of mindset. We can't, kind of warm ourselves up into the game. We got to come out swinging, on both ends of the floor. And we have to stop digging these holes. Granted, in the NBA, 20 points is kind of like nothing, to come back from. But we don't want to keep kind of building those habits and digging those holes. So, obviously, I think just getting off to good starts, being aggressive, playing fast and not fouling, and not turning the ball over.
Yeah. Is it surprising that Royce's career high the other night was 21 points?
Yes. I didn't know that. That was
It's a lot more fun playing
it's crazy.
with this group this year. You're winning.
It's still early. It's always fun to win. I don't want to get into what team is better than the other team, what team is more fun and all that, because I enjoy being on every team. Every team has a different dynamic. Every team has different character guys. But this team for sure is one of the best I've been on. In terms of great character guys, we don't have to do a lot of teaching. It's a lot of even our young guys, they know a lot of our terminology. They know, kind of the expectations of what coach wants. So it just makes practice. It makes the flow of everything, sure rounds, everything just a lot smoother. and everybody's rooting for the next man. You know, I think that's the biggest encouragement here, is we realize how special we can be, and we're just trying to uplift that in every way we can.
When I look at the substitution patterns, they just seem, I don't want to call it odd, but guys play 4 minutes and out, 5 minutes and out. Is that something that is new to you as far as your career?
Yeah. And we're all adjusting to it. I mean, he's adjusting, coach is adjusting to us like we're adjusting to his system. And he has a tough job, man, because we got 12 guys we can play. So it's like, he's trying to find minutes for everybody, and it's kind of tough because some minutes are getting cut short. But at the end of the day, when you have so much versatility and so much firepower, his hands are tied, man. Go ask Bud.
Because there was a stretch where I thought in the Laker game you had got off well, and then you were out the game.
Mm-hmm.
Before, you would have probably stayed in. I'm just curious how you even.
That's a problem. I mean, I don't look at it as me just being the only, or if anybody has a rhythm. Like, I think nobody looks at it from the standpoint of like, oh man, why I gotta come out of the game? Like, yeah, we're obviously the competitive side of you want to stay in the game, but when we have so many guys who are coming in, like, I can't be mad if Booker's coming to check in for me. You know what I'm saying? Like we're still going. The ship is still going. So we don't look at it in that light. Like, obviously the competitive side of it, I think we'll probably talk to Bud about it. He'll probably have some things for us too, but we're still learning.
You've been on a Washington team that was rebuilding and young at one point, and the Portland team kind of similar. What do you notice about them early on this season?
They got good young pieces. For a rebuild and, you know, a starting point, they have a really good starting point. You know, with the wings they have, the guards, they have really good size guys. Like, everybody's big, long, athletic defender, shot creators. You know, so the sky's the limit for them. Obviously, you know, it's gonna take time, but they play hard, they play aggressive, and they defend well. So it's not gonna be easy when you match up against them on a nightly. No problem.
Thank you, sir. Josh, I didn't see you on the injury report, which means that's a good thing.
Yeah.
What's it been like working your way back to get to the point of being able to be able to play?
I mean, anytime you have an injury, it's frustrating, especially when you have to miss games for it. But, you know, keep my spirits positive and control what I can control. So now that I'm, you know, available tonight, I mean, it just feels good to be able to get out there with the guys.
What was the last couple of boxes that you needed to check before you could be ready to go?
Just being able to load my hamstrings because, you know, I run very hard and I run very fast. So being able to make sure that my hamstring could take all that, not only just take it, but just sustain it for, you know, with however many minutes I end up getting, and be able to, you know, just to reach my top speed in terms of running.
Is there anything that when you're watching the group now through these first 5 games, what's your takeaways from how the guys have played so far?
I feel like we play very good in spurts. You know, it's little times during the game where, you know, we might have a couple, you know, lapses, whether it's like playing a little slower or trying to play too unselfish, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's normal, you know, this time of season. We're still trying to figure each other out. But, I mean, it's a lot of great things, man. The way we're moving the ball, sharing the ball, how we're covering for each other defensively, how we're hype about defense, hype about, you know, being unselfish. I mean, it's been great to watch, man. And it's finally great to even be a part of it.
What do you feel like you can bring, you know, right away once you get back?
Energy. Just energy. I've seen that we're, you know, 30th in offensive rebounding in the league. So some offensive rebounds for sure, extra possessions for the team, and just that hopefully put that, you know, energy pack in the back of everybody's back so everybody's ready to go for 48 minutes.
Was there a specific moment when it happened, or just something that kind of crept up?
It happened at a point in the Detroit Pistons preseason game at home when I was trying to chase down the offensive rebound. Ended up getting it, so it wasn't for none. And I kind of just pulled it when I was trying to stop it without to prevent myself from going out of bounds.
Booker's had these types of injuries, you know, chronically in the past. I mean, you guys talk about these types of injuries. And
I had my fair share of them too, but I mean, it's just staying on top of it. You know, even when you feel good, making sure you strengthening your hamstrings. You know, everybody's body is different, but you know, people usually get the same type of injury just because of the way your body's shaped. So just making sure I stay on top of my maintenance work in terms of hamstrings. But it was during the part of the season where we're really ramping things up. You know, no matter how much basketball you play in the summer, nothing prepares you for the workload of an NBA game. So I mean, it happened at a time that made sense. But now that I, been able to ramp up and be able to be in this kind of pace, I think I'll be fine.
You said just the stretching, but what else goes into the maintenance work for you?
Stretching, loading in terms of weights, doing some eccentric work, which is like kind of moving it against weighted resistance and make sure it can hold up. And we have a machine that kind of can tell your hamstring strength, whether it's on your left leg and your right leg. And I was actually good, like healthy enough to play, but my left leg was so much stronger than my right leg, so it was like kind of getting them to where they're at the same kind of strength. So your body doesn't do good when it's asymmetrical. You want it to be symmetrical. You want your left and your right to be together, because you don't want your right to start compensating for anything that it can't do. So.
How far off were you between the two?
Not far at all. I think my right was like where it was like a week ago was where it was when the season started, but my left was so far better, and so you're just trying to get this one to where this one's at.
Bud mentioned yesterday that Kevin's leadership so far this year has been off the charts. Have you noticed him being more vocal or being more active in that regard, or has he been the same old Kevin?
I mean, Kevin's Kevin. You know what I'm saying? I see all the time people say his leadership ain't this, his leadership ain't that, but you can't force leadership. Is leadership. You know what I'm saying? You can't say if it ain't leadership like this, it ain't leadership. Everybody got their ways on getting to other people. Some people are rah-rah guys. We don't have a lot of rah-rah guys in here. We have guys who, we're all about results. You either do it or you don't. And Kevin is a good guy who makes sure everybody's held accountable. He won't yell it to you. Sometimes he yells when it's in a midst of things, but for the most part, he just makes sure you know what's expected of you, and he makes sure you go out there and do your job. And he does a good job going out there and doing his job. So it makes you see, the work ethic that he puts in. It forces you to kind of do your job when you get out there too.
So why do you think that's always a talking point with people?
I mean, I feel like for Kevin, it's just like people just like to use him as the easy target. You know what I'm saying? But he does a good job of not listening to. I know sometimes he might, troll people on Twitter. I'll be looking forward to that too when I get on my Twitter. But I mean, he just doesn't let people get to him. But I don't know why people do that to him.
Is it fair that your best player or one of your most talented players does not have to be your emotional leader?
Yeah. It doesn't. He doesn't have to be the emotional leader, but he's a leader. We all look to him for, when the team is in distress or the team needs him. He shows up every time. I mean, that's what a leader is supposed to do. Show up every time, no matter the midst of the storm or the midst of the battle. He shows up every time, and he knows tells you what's expected of you as well. So if we turn the ball over, he'll say it in timeouts, fellas, we gotta stop turning the ball over. And if I have 5 turnovers, like J.O., put your head in the game. Stop turning the fucking ball over. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna, rah, 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 rah. That's just not him. But he doesn't need to do that to get to people. We're all professionals. We shouldn't need somebody to yell at us for us to be able to do our job. So.
When we talked to Media Day, you mentioned Ryan Dunn was fun to watch on the offensive end as well. What have been your impressions of how he's contributed right away?
Man, the guy is fearless. And I think, as a rookie, I think that's one of the most important traits that you need to have to be successful is fearlessness, because, when you get in the league, you're so in awe of the players you used to grow up watching. Now you're finally here, and it's like, oh shoot. You know what I'm saying? But he goes in there every day. He's fearless. He takes the challenge. Whether he messes up or not, he's going to play hard. You know what I'm saying? And that covers for a lot of things that, as a rookie you might do wrong. And, we love him. We give him all the confidence in the world to keep going offensively and defensively. Anytime I see things here and there that I can help defensively, I put it in his ear, and it's like instantly he makes a correction and he just gets better every day. And it's actually fun to watch him grow. He's grown a lot in these last 2 months.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.